Well, it's certainly been a chilly start to the week, but here on Wednesday, the winds of change are upon us, and we say hello, winds of change. Ross Caruso is here in for Maddie Kirker. We say hello to you.
Yeah, and we say hello to the pollen picking back up, as it seems that, that's the trade-off with, now leaving the cold weather. It's warm and calm, but of course that kind of stirs up the pollen. It's a little bit more turbulent outside with some of the winds that are offering these warmer conditions. So, of course, there's always a catch with the weather, especially this time of the year. But the good news is no catch on our temperatures. Feeling pretty nice out. 57 degrees, mostly sunny skies, decent breeze out of the east-southeast at 9 miles an hour, dew points in the 30s, so very dry out still, but noticeably warmer. A little more cloud coverage to the north early this afternoon. That's going to help to shield and keep these temperatures down a bit more compared to those south. 60s already down towards Jackson, MacArthur at 65, Logan at 62, Athens at 64 compared to 53, over a 10-degree difference from areas down to the south and east compared to those to the northeast. And that's, again, thanks to some of the cloud coverage that we have out there, which is ahead of this system, which really hasn't allowed much movement just yet. But we will see this inch closer and closer as we head towards the end of the week, where it's looking more and more likely we will see some rain on Friday. But for now, it's looking like most of it's going to be arriving for the most part overnight into the day on Saturday. So we will see the potential for some rain. And of course, as I mentioned, the pollen count something very high, especially when we talk about warm sunny conditions. It's usually the worst in the morning hours, so definitely not a great time to open up the windows, let in the fresh air. You can do that, but maybe wait a little bit later into the day for us, and looking at relatively low counts for both grasses and mold out there. So your hour-by-hour forecast, we're going to continue to show those temperatures surging into the 70s late this afternoon. Notice the winds start to pick up a little bit more out of the south. That'll allow it to keep things pretty mild through the night. And if we happen to see some of these clouds stick around, that's more so handy later into the day, because it kind of helps to insulate the warmth that we've got through the day thanks to the sunshine, and we don't have as cold as conditions as we head into the overnight. Regardless, we will keep those light south winds, so we won't see those temperatures fall into the low 30s. No frost, freeze related alerts for you for the foreseeable future, but looking like you might want to hang on to that winter jacket for next week. We'll have more on that in your 10-day. But looking at what we're going to be dealing with going into your Thursday, temperatures already probably warmer than what we're going to be today by 11, 12 o'clock into the afternoon, and well into the 80s. Winds will be a bit more noticeable. Those will be stirring up out of the south-southwest for us, so something to keep an eye out for. And of course, with the dry conditions now, sunny skies, definitely been seeing a lot of cars visiting the car wash. And well, you might be visiting your lawn here in the foreseeable future, as we are going to be looking at some pretty nice conditions for today and tomorrow. Friday, little iffy, because we are going to be looking at some rain moving in, still a little bit out to where we can't really pinpoint exactly when we're going to see all this rain come through, but it's looking like the start of Friday is not too bad. Then Saturday, pretty good chance it will be poor for those outdoor activities. Tonight, though, very nice. Temperatures down in the low 50s. And as I mentioned, we'll continue to see this warm front move through. That's going to allow for some warmer weather and some breezy conditions for us on Thursday. The actual cold front will be coming through and looking like this precipitation might be holding off until the evening hours for us on Friday. But there will be another surge of more moisture going into the day on Saturday with this secondary system, and that'll help to assist in more rain coverage for us as we head into the start of the weekend. Right now, models have been hinting at generally less than an inch across central Ohio, but wouldn't be surprised if there's some locations that happen to hint at that inch mark or so, which for a lot of people, good news for those of you that have been putting down grass seed and trying to get ahead of the spring cleanup. But we are going to be looking at some pretty non-spring-like conditions for us as we head into the weekend, because Sunday, 50 degrees for a high, and we're back contesting those low 30s heading into early next week before we warm right back up, Tracy.
All right. Thank you, Ross.